So hey guys, and welcome to a very early guide for farming relics, credits and fusion cores. Now, as I've said already, this is a very early guide. It's not definitive. This is just what I figured out after about 20 hours of playing the new update. I will talk about resources a little bit at the end, but I still have a lot more testing to do with that because I'm only about halfway through the solar map. So let's start off with the new relics, Lith, Meso, Neo and Axi, and they are actually pretty straightforward. It's very similar to the way we used to farm void keys, so the best way to get them is gonna be excavation missions. They drop on rotation B, so you're gonna get them with excavator number 3, 7, 11, and so on, and you're gonna get a different tier of the relic based on the level of the mission. Now, one thing before I start talking about these excavation missions. Right now, corpus excavations are broken. The spawning is really bad, and you will end up standing around for minutes waiting for power carriers to spawn. So right now, I would avoid them like the plague, but once it gets fixed, you can run them as well. I also want to say that yes, you can get relics from spy missions, but I have not had enough time to test all the spy missions because I'm really bad at them and it just takes me a long time to do them. And overall, I just prefer excavation missions because you can stay there for longer and farm a lot of stuff. And let's get to the farming stuff. So if you want to get a Lith relics, you can either do Cervantes on Earth. This is a very easy low-level Grenier excavation mission, so you can easily stay here for 7, 11 or even 15 excavators on your own. But if you're sick of fighting the Grenier all the time, there is also Tikal on Earth, which is a slightly higher infested excavation mission that also drops Lith relics. Next on the list we have Meso relics, and personally the mission that I had the most success with was Kolistan on Europa. This is technically a corpus style set, but the infested seem to be spawning fine here. Now, Neo relics are the ones that are giving me the most trouble. There is plenty of missions that other people got them on, but I failed to find a mission that would reliably reward them over and over and over again. Most of the time, I would get Meso or Axi relics instead. And that's why I delved a little bit into spy missions, and the one that was recommended to me the most was Allow Media on Neptune, and yes, this one drops them pretty regularly. Now, it actually makes a lot of sense that the Neo relics are not the best relic to farm in excavation missions because they're the equivalent of a Tower 3 key. And Tower 3 keys were always mixed in with either Tower 2 keys, in this case Meso relics, or Tower 4 keys, which in this case is Axi relics. Now, based on how void keys were distributed previously and from some stuff I read on the internet, the missions you want to do if you really want to do excavation for Neo relics are Kolistan on Europa, Despina on Neptune and Herakon on Pluto. But as I've said already, I cannot confirm this because I didn't get any Neo relics from them, okay? Now, if you want to farm Axi relics, fusion cores, or even credits, Herakon on Pluto is the way to go. It's a Dark Sector mission, so it has a beefy credit bonus for finishing the mission. Rotation A, which is excavator number 1 and 2, will either drop a credit cache or 5 R5 fusion cores. Rotation B is a relic reward, which for me was always an Axi one. And Rotation C, which is excavator 4, 8, and so on, will have a random mod, which can be an ammo mutation mod, or even a Dark Sector channeling mod like Life Strike or Quickening. So as I said already, if you want to farm either credits, Axi relics, or fusion cores, go and do Herakon on Pluto, do 3 excavators, extract, and do the mission again. Alternatively, if you don't care about relics at all and you just want to get a nice chunk of credits very quickly, you can go in, do 1 excavator, and extract right away. And let's not forget about syndicates because they are selling relic packs, so for 20,000 standing you can get 3 random relics, which one of them is gonna be a very good one. So don't forget to equip your syndicate sigil so you are getting reputation while you're farming for relics. Now, in the beginning, I did say that I will talk about resource farming a little bit, and that's because, well, I'm still not done with the solar map, but one thing that I've noticed is that fissures are really good for resource farming. Once you activate a fissure, you will get 3 minutes of very dense mob spawning, especially if you're in a party. If you're in a party of 4, the fissure is going to spawn ludicrous amounts of enemies, and all of them will drop regular stuff, so they can drop resources. And if you bring Necros, you're gonna get a ton of stuff from this. So please don't quote me on this, but maybe the best way to farm resources is to just look for fissures on planets that drop what you need. Bring a party of 4 people, make sure at least one of those people has a Necros, open the fissure, throw in 9 reactant, and then wait for the timer to almost run out, close it, and tada, you have a ton of resources. And the reason why I recommend the Necros and not Ivara or Hydroid is because the ludicrous amount of nullifiers that the fissures like to spawn. Ivara and Hydroid don't work very well with a ton of nullifiers spawning all over the place. Necros, meh, doesn't give a damn. But once again, I am not done with the solar map yet, so maybe there are better ways to farm resources. And as far as Draco 2.0, I have no idea, because I have not focused on that at all. And that's pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching, as always, and once I finish going through the solar map and I finish my Excel tab with all the drops from all the missions, I will make more focused videos where I will go more in depth on relics and resources and stuff like that. But for now, this is all I can do, so I hope the video was helpful, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.